Okay, so let's think about the slope of our straight line. Okay, it's the gradient of our line, and we've seen our gradient before. Our gradient is sort of the rise over the run, and our rise is the change in the y value, so y2 minus y1. The run is the change in the x values, which is x2 minus x1. So the gradient, or the slope of our line, is given by this little relationship here. So looking now at this example here, we need to find the slope of our line. So we know we've got our general rule there. The point 1,4 is the first point that we've been given. And if we label the point 4,8, we can see that over there. So we're looking for the slope of the line that joins those 2 points together. So we know the slope is the rise over the run. Our rise is the change in the y value. So that's 8 minus 4, which is equal to 4. And our run is the change in the x values, which is 4 minus 1, which gives us 3. So the rise of our line is 4, the run of our line is 3, so the slope, or the gradient, is 4 on 3. So again, let's identify what we need, the slope of the line with those particular points. So if we label our points 1, 7 on our axis, and also the points -4, 1 on our axis, we can get an idea of whether we should get a positive or negative slope. So we can see the line joining here, we can see that we get a positive slope, so we're looking for a positive answer. So the rise of my line is y2 minus y1, which in this case is 7 minus 1 over 6. The run, difference in x values, which is 1 minus 4, which we have to be careful is positive 5. So the rise is 6, the run is 5, and we can see the slope of our line is 6 over 5, which is positive, which is what we expected. Again, highlight the key terms, gradient of the line. So that means we need to use our gradient formula. So our rule, let's get in the habit of writing it down. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 is our gradient of the line M. And so in this case, let's label our points. Point 1, point 2 to keep things clear. So 36 minus 25 is our y values, 6 minus 5 are our x values. So we'll end up with a gradient of 36 minus 25, which is 11, over 1, so a gradient of 11. Next example, same thing. Please write down the formulas, write down the rules so they become embedded. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Change in y values, change in x. Label the points 1 and 2, it doesn't matter which order. Point 2, 64 minus 25 over -8 minus 5. So again, be careful of negative signs. So we end up with a 39 over -3. So the gradient of my line is -13.